Ciao a tutti. This is Prof. Joe at Prof. Joe Explains. Shakespeare famously wrote, "Uneasy is the head that wears a crown." That also seems to apply to the head that no longer wears a crown. And of course, I'm talking about the former Prince Andrew, now known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. I had been thinking about doing a short or doing an actual live on Andrew and also on Harry and Meghan. But, I'm thought maybe outside my lane, and I'm trying to stay in my lane, although lately I'm not succeeding very well. Maybe I don't know what my lane is. But the news last night or early this morning was that he has been arrested, and he's been arrested for, let's see what the misconduct in public office. He was an envoy, an official envoy for the British government for a 10-year period, and the Epstein files, the latest round that have been unsealed in the United States, had some information that he shared, confidential information that he obtained as an envoy to Epstein. And there's a group in England, they call themselves the Republicans, no relation to our party, that do not want a constitutional monarchy. They want no kings, no queens, no princes, no princesses. And they read the documents carefully, and they report it to the Thames Police. Thames, that's Thames. And as you may know, the British don't seem to pronounce words the way they're spelled. There are lots of words that end in shire, shire, and it disappears when they speak it. But I digress. So now he's been charged with misusing public office. He was apparently Queen Elizabeth's favorite. You see that reported in the media, and of course, in the Crown, that British series, it was pretty clear that they thought so too. But in any event, he'd been all caught up in the Epstein stuff, and he probably is involved in pretty unsavory, terrible activity with girls there. And so far he's unscathed there, but he got caught up in this one through the Epstein files. So you might say it's poetic justice. But what interests me, and this is terrible, I'm not denying it at all, but I want to go on to something else. What interests me is the news reports that say this is the greatest scandal to hit the British monarchy. And I don't know what British monarchy they're talking about. They had the War of the Roses. They have brothers killing brothers and husbands beheading wives, beheadings all over the place. They have, I could go on with that for a while, trumped up evidence to get more beheadings. Maybe the biggest scandal was Edward VIII, who abdicated the throne for Wallis Simpson, became the Duke of Windsor. He was pretty close to Adolf Hitler. And there's a fair amount of evidence that he intended to come back as king if Hitler had won and supported it. I think that's pretty bad. And then we have Harry and Meghan, someone who's not too bright, married to someone who's a manipulator. So there's a lot going on in that family. Believe me, a lot. But I will say, I am still a royalist. I like having kings and queens and princes and princesses as long as they're somewhere else. Ciao a tutti.